Hey guys, happy Thursday. Today, this week's live, we're talking all about balance, but there's something that we need to cover before we talk about balancing with meals for weight loss. I apologize. I'm recovering from a cold. I had a little bit of a cold yesterday. I had to take a nap midday, and I usually don't do that, but just a little bit of a cough today. So I'm feeling a lot better than I was yesterday. But today we are talking all about being able to balance our meals and having balance overall for weight loss. So are you watching this live? Are you watching this replay? Let us know down in the comments below. I also want to know, what's the weather doing outside of your window right now? Hey Amy, thanks for joining. Right now it is snowing at our apartment. It's not heavy. You can still see everything. And you can see a little bit of the grass, but it is snowing, and I'm hoping that it just goes away soon because I hate snow and I hate driving in the snow too. So before we even thinking about balancing our meals, the number one problem that we see from so many people when they are trying to lose weight or getting started or taking care of themselves is that they're not eating enough. They start the day with like a yogurt, and then they have just a sandwich for lunch, and then by the time they get home from work, they are starving and eat everything that is in their path. They feel like they are just eating all of the snacks up until dinner time, and then they're eating all of their dinner, and then they're continuing to munch after that meal time. Now, in order for us to have balance with our meals, we first have to eat enough. So if you're someone who has been trying to lose weight for an extended period of time, if you're trying to lose weight for an extended period of time, you probably over that time have cut back your intake so many times. It's probably gone down to be, let's say, 1,200 calories or less. We see this with so many of our one-on-one clients, which is why we shared that post in here yesterday. 90% of the people that come to work with us, they are told in that first session that you are not eating enough. When we're not eating enough and we're not eating enough consistently, we're having cravings, we're having binges, so we're having under eating and overeating days, and it makes weight loss impossible. So 1,200 calories is not enough for sustainable weight loss. What you do to lose the weight will have to keep it off. So if you feel like, I just eat 1,200 calories and I lose weight, do you really only want to be eating 1,200 calories for the rest of your life? Because that probably means that you're giving up going out to eat with family and friends. You're giving up going to parties. You're giving up dessert. You're giving up your birthday cake in order to stay within that 1,200 calories so that you can not lose weight or not gain weight after you've lost it. So we have to find a way of balance with our meals and balance with what we're eating and what we're doing in order to have sustainable weight loss. So before we balance our meals, we have to make sure that you are eating enough. So if you are not eating enough, you're not going to be feeling too great. Ashley says 1,200 calories is daily value for a 3-year-old. Exactly. Everyone's basal metabolic rate, unless you are a very tiny person short, you're burning way more than 1,200 calories. Your body needs less than 1,200 calories or more than 1,200 calories a day in order for you to survive. So in order for your body to do all of the basic processes and everything as well too. So 1,200 calories is not going to be enough. Something that we're talking about today on the Back to Basics call is figuring out what your caloric needs are, what your calorie recommendation is. And I guarantee you that no one on that call will be told that they should only be eating 1,200 calories. So after we figure out, okay, now I'm going to work on starting eating enough and balancing my meals, we want to make sure that we're getting about the same amount of food every single time that we eat, with breakfast, lunch, and dinner, because you are fueling yourself consistently for the day. We don't want to have a really small breakfast and then this huge dinner for you then to go sit on the couch for the rest of the night not doing anything. Instead, we need to make sure that our intake follows where our activity lies and saying, all right, I'm most active in the morning and midday. Those need to be my bigger meals, but then we're going to balance them and making sure that we're having protein, carbs, and color there, so that you are feeling fuller for longer, you have energy, and you have the fiber and vitamins and minerals to keep you healthy, to keep you going. So saying, all right, I need to balance these meals. I need to make sure that I'm getting in the variety every single time that I eat. So you have that winning formula that you feel better. You feel fuller for longer. You feel more satisfied. You're having less of the cravings overall. Over the last 2 days, I've had 2 clients tell me each day, I can't believe how much food I'm eating, and I am still losing weight, which goes to show that every other thing that they have tried has been something so restrictive, where they have just been waiting for the day that they can have their cheat meal. They've been waiting for the day where they can go out for pizza and be like, this is the cheat day or the cheat meal or whatever it is. These clients know that they can still go out to eat and make good choices and stop when they're full, and they can still eat a normal amount of food in order to be able to get there. You don't have to be eating a little bit in order to see results. It's finding balance, it's listening to your body, and it's also having balance in your lifestyle as well. So maybe you rolled into this week thinking, I am going to work out every single day this week, and you have hit 0 days so far and it is Thursday. Maybe finding that approach of, I'm just going to aim for twice. I'm going to do like a video at home I can find on YouTube. I'm going to go for a walk, whatever it is. We have to find balance in that as well, because if we're starting to bite off more than we can chew, or the front of our week is really, really strong with like, I'm eating balanced meals and I'm working out a lot, but by the end of the week, you're feeling burnt out and you don't want to do anything. That's also an area where we don't have enough balance in our life in order for us to see results. So what we are looking for is consistency. What we are looking for is the thought process and going through with our goals and saying, how can I set myself up for success? What is actually realistic that I can do, rather than it being, I'm going to try to do it all, but I know that I can't do it all. The other thing too, we have to remember sleep is so important. So prioritizing sleep and getting in enough sleep, aiming for 8 hours in bed a night is a really good goal just to get started. You don't have to be asleep for those 8 hours, but being in bed for 8 hours has been shown through the research that you can be more successful with weight loss if you are in bed for at least 8 hours. That means you're going to be less stimulated by your phone, less stimulated by the TV or computer. You're going to be not around an environment like I am in right now. You're not going to be in the kitchen where there's constantly food choices of things you can grab. So your calorie intake will naturally be lower, and you're also going to give your body that time and space to rest and recover as well. So we need to make sure that we are eating enough. We need to make sure that our meals are balanced with protein, carb, and color. We need to make sure that our efforts are balanced throughout the week and that we're not trying to front load the week to be excellent and then let the end of the week go. We have to start looking for consistency of what we can do repeatedly over and over and make it sustainable and enjoyable for us as well too. So I know this is a short live. Thank you guys so much for joining me. If you have any questions, drop them down in the comments below. Let me know what your takeaways are. Did you have an aha moment listening to this? Let us know down in the comments below. Have a wonderful rest of your Thursday, and I'll see you soon.